Hey there, it's Lucas with Camo. I'm here with the review of Elgato's Prompter, which is, where did I put it? Oh, wait a minute, here it is. Oh, I'm using it right now, and I have it on a little swing arm so I can bring it out here and show you. Gives off some Death Star vibes, as most of Elgato's products do, but this thing is more than just the love child of Darth Vader and Pac-Man. It is now essential to my workflow. Now, in this review, I'll be talking a bit about the user experience, the build, who this is good for, and spoiler alert, it's not just for people who need to read from a script, the costs. But first, a little backstory. Back in TwitchCon in October, whenever I came near the Elgato stand wearing my black shirt, which was the same color as the staff there, I got question after question, where's the prompter? Can you tell me where the prompter is? And it makes you wonder, how exciting can a teleprompter really be? Well, the answer, if you make a lot of video, is very exciting. Now, when the prompter was first announced, a lot of people plunked down the money. It's £280 or $280 because Elgato can't be bothered to do currency conversion. A few actually received it. A lot more people were put on the waiting list. And over the next months, people started to receive them, open it, play with it. And I watched enough reviews to get pretty intrigued, thinking, could this really shake up my own video workflow? Because for me, the teleprompter has never been a fun thing. Basically, I've had a couple different setups. First, I have a little teleprompter that I put together. It takes about 10 minutes. I have to mount the camera on the back. Then I have to take my phone. I open the teleprompter app on it. I make sure that it's mirrored, that it's approximately the right speed. And then I stick it up here, try to press play, and then start recording. And then if I find that, it's going too fast or if it's going too slow, I have to take my phone down again. It is laborious. And as a result, I've tried to find, quicker workarounds. And that means I often use the teleprompter app on my computer. I try to line up the window of the teleprompter screen on, as close to the top as possible, line it up with my lens, the camera lens, so you can't see my eyes moving back and forth. I always feel like I can still see my eyes moving back and forth. It basically really slows down the process of making video, makes me not want to shoot it. And I always try to, is it quicker to memorize what I want to say? Is it quicker just to try to get stuff up on that screen? Is it quicker to actually set the thing up? Just the fact that the prompter was an all-in-one LCD solution made me think that it could be useful for me. So I plunked down the money, got put on the waiting list, was told not to expect it until March, but it arrived in mid-February. So I've now had a few weeks with it, and I want to tell you about my experience. First, the setup. All it takes is one cable to plug your prompter into your computer, that's Mac or PC. Nothing goes into the wall. It's powered by that cable. It gets all its information by that cable. It's super easy. The software is Elgato's Camera Hub software, the same that you can use to control their webcams. There's now a whole little prompter section that comes complete with everything you need for good teleprompter action. You can set the font size, you set the margins, you can create chapters, create the speed of the scroll, really dial it into however you like it to be. It's not the most beautiful interface, but it really gets the job done. The prompter also comes with a load of accessories. There are all of these little rings that can adapt it to whatever lens size you have. If you have a mirrorless or DSLR that uses detachable lenses, there's a special attachment for the Facecam Pro. There's a special shroud / wimple. Reminds me of Ansel Adams photography, but helps keep the light out. There's this mount that you can attach it to where you put your webcam, put your phone. Pretty much any camera should fit there. To me, it all defeats the purpose a little of having something be super easy to use, super easy to take away. And I have found that I can use it perfectly well just without any kind of special mount. I just have it on its own little arm. You can have it on its own little tripod, and I just slide it in front of my lens. If I see a little lens flare, I make sure that it closes up. And if I can't get rid of that little flare, I do throw on a little piece of cloth or something like that. But thing that really sells this to me is how easy it is just to get out of the way and to put back. Now, as you've probably noticed, whenever I take away the prompter and then put it back, there is a little change in the brightness. The prompter actually darkens the image a little when it's stuck in front of your camera. All you have to do if you use Camo is to brighten it a little in the interface or just turn up your light a little. That's just one thing to keep in mind. To me, it's not a really big deal. And in fact, I find myself keeping the prompter in front of my camera almost all of the time because this is that big spoiler alert I alluded to before. It's not just a teleprompter. It's really kind of an all-round eye contact machine. Basically, there's a technology that it uses called Display Link that allows you to use it as an extension of your monitor. It does this without actually appearing as a separate monitor. You don't have to worry if you have a laptop that can only support a certain number of monitors. It doesn't actually count as a monitor, but it still is a monitor, which is a little crazy. But it's a great technology, and basically it just means you can take whatever window you want from your monitor, your main monitor, and just drag it straight over into the prompter window, and you have it right there in front of you. Now, if you take part in video meetings, and that's pretty much all of us these days, this is huge because I can take my Zoom window, my Meet window, my Teams Minute window, and I just throw it onto the teleprompter, and boom, I am making the best eye contact of anyone in the room in every meeting. Now, for a lot of professional users, that alone might make it worth the price of admission. Just think you can put whatever you want up in that monitor. During interviews, you can look your interviewee or interviewer straight in the eyes. During a presentation, you put that presentation straight up there. You can look at the presentation while you're also looking straight into the camera. It is professional video made easy, which is what we're all about here at Camo, of course. Now, there's a few things that you could complain about. The screen itself, the monitor screen, is not particularly high resolution, though it looks perfectly clear, and I can read it, from 2 feet away or 10 feet away without any problem. Form factor is not the most travel-friendly. You do feel like, if there could just be a little hinge right here and you could close it and then open it, that would be really, really magical. But, just the fact that it saves me so much time in setup, that it can be a teleprompter and just an eye contact enhancer. So it does more than one thing. It does two things really, really well, sells it to me, makes it worth the money, especially when you consider that a really good LCD teleprompter, can cost $700. It costs hundreds more than this. So if you make a lot of video, if you're a professional who's in a lot of meetings, consider the Elgato Prompter. I couldn't recommend it more highly. Well, thanks for watching, and for more content on amazing video made easy, just subscribe to the Camo channel. There'll be more videos soon. Bye.